Everybody, we are live. It is Me Made May 27th. It's a Wednesday. And we are going to be sewing two projects today, hopefully two fairly quick projects. But I'm excited to hang out with you. If you are here today, say hello. Let me know where you're watching from. Oh, I have my sound on my iPad. And then also let me know if you're sewing anything. If you are making anything with me today, I'd love to know what you're making. I am going to quickly share this over on Instagram because I did promise I was going to share it over there. So let me do that quick. Add this to the stage. All right, so we are sewing two things today because this coming week, and let me know if ads keep showing up. I do have them listed on StreamYard as no ads, and then I went in and I could block some things with ads on Instagram, on YouTube. So let me know if it didn't work. I'll have to do a little bit more digging into that. And I apologize for the ads during the live. But we are going to be sewing two things today. So the first thing we're going to be sewing is a piece of apparel. On Friday, I am taking all of my machines to the spa. All of my machines, the Singer Professional Serger, and my Bernina, and I'm even taking my Singer 600E. So we might be sewing on her again sometime soon because they were able to find the feed dogs to go with my machine, which is what it needed some help. So it was my great aunt's machine. My Nana and my great aunt bought their last sewing machine at the same time together. And so that is also going to the spa to get serviced. So all of these machines will be going. So I won't have the ability to do apparel or foundation paper piecing for a little while. Hey, Fran, how are you doing? Good morning, good evening to you. We're going to try to get these two projects that I really wanted to try to get done today. Tomorrow we won't be going live because I'm going to get my hair done. And that if you know anything about thick hair and getting anything done with thick hair, it takes a very long time. So I'll be gone most of the day, and I probably won't feel like stitching when I get back, and I have other errands that need to get done. So tomorrow we're taking a day off, and then Friday we'll probably do something with Gertie on Friday after I take these ladies to the spa. And then Saturday will be our last day for Me Made May. I can't believe it. I figured Saturday maybe we'll kind of do like a run through of all the things that I've made for Me Made May. If you've done Me Made, this is my first ever like dedicated Me Made May. And so I feel like there was a moment in the middle where I was just like, oh, this is like, this is a lot. And then it seems like it eased up a little bit. And now I feel like, oh, I could do another month of this where I'm sewing every day. I have other things I need to do. So this is what we're doing today. We're going to be doing the So Liberated Forager Vest is one of the patterns that we're going to be doing. It is super, looks super simple. I'm not going to say it is because I've never made it before, but you don't need a serger for this. I'm going to be using the serger and my domestic for this, but you don't need a serger. This is one of those that you could definitely do on your domestic with a zigzag stitch. But I am going to be using for this, since pre-order is still going strong and pre-order runs until this Sunday evening, this coming Sunday evening, I'm going to be using some of our layered gauze for this pattern. And so I'm just going to show you, like, if I can, like, kind of how the layered gauze is. It's not see-through when it's printed. I mean, it has a little bit of see-through. I feel like if I had a skirt made out of it, I would definitely want to have like a second layer underneath it. But it's a very drapey type of fabric, so it's perfect for this vest. It's just kind of like an over, vest that kind of goes like over a tank top or a swimsuit, or maybe even over like a maxi dress. You could wear it. So that's what we're using this for. This is our mushroom cap. These designs are mushroom cap and the fawn spots, some of the Americana ones. All of those are from the same artist, and she hand paints these and then turns them into fabric designs, which is really, really lovely. So that's what we're going to do first is this Forager vest. And I see that there's an ad coming on already on my iPad. So I'm guessing the ads did not go away. So I apologize. I'm trying to find the way to turn them off when we're live. But I feel like since YouTube did the whole thing where you can pay to not get ads, that there is more ads, which is slightly annoying. It's actually really annoying to me. Like, why should you have to pay for no ads? It's a little ridiculous. Anyways, so that's the first project. The second project is I've been seeing a lot, and I'm gonna this YouTube, if you stay tuned for the second project, all of you who know me know that I am an Enneagram geek. Enneagram is a personality typing technique, system, whatever you want to call it. But it's one of the oldest that's ever been studied. And I'm an Enneagram 8, and Enneagram 8s don't like getting vulnerable. But I feel like there's a reason for me to be vulnerable this evening a little bit because of the second project that we're doing and the importance of it to me versus the traditional version of it that I see the most, which is an Americana reverse applique flag. We are going to be doing a pride flag reverse applique paper piece onto a tee. And that pattern I was able to find over on Etsy. It's called Progress Pride Flag. There's two different like orientations of it. And there's a bunch of different sizes. Like it goes from 5-inch to 10-inch, and then the longer one, which is what I'm doing, there's a 5'10" and a 6'12". I'm doing the 5'10", I think. I kind of want to have it enough that I can do some stuff with my couching foot and some yarn. So we're going to do that reverse applique on a tee. I am going to do an Americana. Hey, Nicole. I am going to do an Americana reverse applique foundation paper piece tee as well, but not in the version that you see most often. I kind of have this idea in my head of what I want to do. So I think I'm going to pre-record that because I am going to be using, we do have red, white, and blue dyed fabric releasing in June. So I think I'm going to pre-record that for when that fabric releases in June. But I thought, you know what, I'll share some things this evening. Some of you who might know me know these things, but I think it's really important right now people know safe spaces, and I want people to know that I am a safe space because there were times in my life where there were no safe spaces to be seen. So we're gonna have some conversation tonight. You're gonna get to know me a little bit more. And I would love to hear, you know, any of your stories. If you don't feel comfortable sharing with them here in the chat, you are always welcome to DM me or send me emails. All of that, all of my socials and all of that is over on our website. But we're going to be making that tonight too. So that's the second project, and that I want to get those done because I wanted both of them. I'm going on vacation with my best friend in about 2 weeks. And so these are going away. I wanted to get these done. Let me see what else in announcements. The other thing you'll see going across the bottom of the screen. So again, pre-order is live right now. It is going through Sunday the 31st. We do 4 quarterly pre-orders. This pre-order, hey April, this pre-order is our summer/apparel pre-order. So I kind of focus a little bit more on apparel fabrics, but there are cottons, there are canvases available as well. Our book lover panels or project panels are also available, which are sailcloth canvas. So if you're a bag maker, there's fabric for you as far as pre-order is concerned. But that pre-order does close on May 31st. We are doing a short turnaround time window from the close of pre-order because we've had this pre-order open since the middle of April. So all of the fabrics will ship no later than the first week of July. So you will have your pre-order fabrics in the summertime. So this is a great pre-order if you are planning back to school makes, if you have fall markets that you want to do sewing over the summer for. Halloween, this is a great one to get any of your spooky Halloween or fall type of fabrics. Also early holiday stuff because we don't have another pre-order happening until September, and those fabrics don't come until early mid-October. So you want to make sure that if you are planning certain things for that fall season, especially if you're sewing to sell, this is the pre-order that I would definitely recommend to take advantage of for that fall holiday season timeframe. The other thing that we are doing is we do have a sale happening today through May 30th, and that is on all of our kits. And when I say kits, I'm talking, we have some bag kits, we have our fat quarter packs with tags, we have some apparel like sweatshirt panel kits, I have some embroidery kits, there's still like 2 or 3 of the Goosey kits over there. There is an indigo shambori dye kit that has all the instructions and everything. All of our kits are 20% off through the 30th. So I'm going to put that link there. The link is going across the bottom of the screen. But that's something for this month. I figured if you were looking for something fun to do over the summer, we would give you a nice little deal on any of those kits. So if don't wait till the last day, if you are placing it with your pre-order, know that you will wait for it until pre-order comes. But if you place it separately, we'll be shipping it out this week. All right, so that I think is the majority of my announcements. If you have any questions for me about anything regarding pre-order, regarding any fabric bases, regarding the sale, feel free to shoot me a message or share it here because someone else might have the same questions. But let's get to doing some sewing. Let me know if you are working on anything in the comments, if you're sewing stuff or doing any type of fun creating today. Some fun news, if you don't follow me on Instagram, I did do some ice dyeing today. I wasn't sure it was going to happen because our weather is so wonky right now. Um, Fran, thank you so much. Have a great day at work, love. Have a good one. Um, so I did get some ice dyeing done. I do have a little game over on my Facebook page of people trying to guess the name of the colors. I think it's always so interesting what color it looks like when you put it down. Some of them are not even anywhere close to the color that that it looks like. Um, and I think this year we're going to do some like naming of colors in the Facebook group. So if you're not in my Facebook group, make sure you go over and join Thunderbird Handcrafted with Genevieve over on Facebook because I figured if whoever like picks the name that I choose, maybe we'll do like some type of store credit for when things drop, and then that way if you got to name it, you get to grab it. You're on your final construction of your 2 last-minute Leslies. Got to get ready for church, so you'll finish them tonight. Awesome. All right, well, we're going to start this Sew Liberated, and I need to look. I was just messing with my serger. It definitely needs a good overhauling, but I need to find the pieces. Now, the Sew Liberated, the Voyager vest, it's one size fits all. So, so there is no like, actually, April, this would be a great pattern for you to do your first piece of apparel, because it's like there's no I think this is the piece I need. There's no measurements. Main fabric. Yeah, this is the back. Okay, that's what I need. I don't understand. So the pattern, I cut it straight down, okay? There's a line down the center. The pattern itself is showing that it was all together, but that wasn't written on the thing. So this is what we're going to do, because I think it's going to work the same way, because it is showing up here that the pleat is here. So there's going to be 2 pleats, and let me mark those. I'll find my marker from this morning. My one thread on my serger keeps breaking, and you would think that that would mean it's like tension, right? But I tried playing with the tension, and it's not that. So I'm not sure if it's because the spool is getting down towards the end. So it might be that it's the spool getting down towards the end that's doing it. All right, so now I'm going to take one of these, and I have my domestic, I have red thread on, and then my serger, I have the white. I guess I should, before I do this, I'm going to stitch this down the center so that I can catch everything. My recommendation to you, I think, is don't like cut your back on the fold. And I've never made this before, but I just followed the pattern pieces, not the actual pattern when I cut it out. And I'm not sure how old this pattern is, but all of Sew Liberated patterns are on sale right now. the other patterns that I have of theirs to make. I got the fascia vest and the studio tunic. There's like way amounts left here. Doesn't make any sense. And my thread broke again. Oh, you know, it just needs to go a little bit longer, you guys. We're just going through today. Like this thread keeps jumping over. If anybody is on that's used a serger and understands why that would keep happening, let me know. It's never done that before. And I'm threading everything exactly like I've threaded it before. So I'm not sure what is going on. But she definitely does need, she's a fluffy girl right now. There's all sorts of dust bunnies all over her. Let's try this again. Not the right spot. I think this bottom is just cut. Sometimes it's hard when you're doing the layered gauze because it wants to like roll on itself. We're going to take it easy here and just see how she looks. Yeah, I need to cut that off. It's just crooked. Okay. Now I'm going to just top stitch down that back. I am prepping more FP stars. That's the pattern that we were talking about before, right, Nicole? That was definitely, my brain wasn't comprehending them. I think I need to, it needs to be, that needs to be one of those foundation paper pieces that I'm definitely not doing live. All right, so I'm just going to fold that seam over, and I'm going to be just top stitching that down through. Why are you not straight? We don't want that. There we go. now have my marks for my plates. Mm-hmm. Let's look at how it says to do this. Okay, so we're taking it in from either end there. Okay, I'm gonna put a pin in that just to hold it in place, and then this one too. It's like right at my seam. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna just stay stitch those pleats down. Okay. Now it's a challenge. Girl. Yeah, the quilt cakes one. You're a better woman than me. Because I thought for sure, I was like, oh, this is so pretty. Same here with this for your back. You wanna cut it on the fold. I think we'll be okay. I think I'll be all right. It's okay. Mine will just have a seam down the back, an extra accent. Okay, so now I'm gonna take this and line it up with this. Oh, it worked. I'm where I need to be. Aww. John. Getting big. Ham, soon you'll have nothing in your house that works with two boys. My husband's cousin, they have, how many boys do they have now? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4? They have 7. 7? Yeah, they have 7. Um, yeah, 4 of them are boys, 3 of them are girls. Um, and when the oldest 2 were my kids' age, I was like, how do you have anything in your house that functions? Like the screen door, they broke the screen door out. Like it's wild. I hope your boys aren't that wild, but feel like I missed out on that with my son because all of the kids, except for those two boys who we don't see very much, all the other kids were girls. So he was like the baby doll that they carried around everywhere. Although I will say, Isabella did her fair amount of destruction. She still does. Well, now that's staying threaded. Fingers crossed. Okay. Now we're going, I think, yeah, go upwards and top stitch from the top up. Feel like I'll be a little whimsical wood fairy in this with the mushroom cap. Okay. All right, so there's the back piece, right? There is no way to do this well on YouTube. I usually don't have any luck. Oh, yucky, dirty, pouty mouth with these blocks. Yeah, I'm sure I would be. Well, just the one I tried, Nicole, was enough for me to have a dirty potty mouth about it. All right, let's see. That's the pocket. Here's the front. Okay, so now we're going to clip this across the top. And this one across the top. Like I said, I think this vest with like a maxi dress would be really cute. You know, like a sundress. Do they even call them maxi dresses anymore? Is that like dating myself? Probably called something else now. Peasant dress. Well, I guess peasant dresses are different. Or are they? I don't know. Okay. Am I attaching arm-wise? Page 7. Yeah, so we're doing along the sides too, so I might as well do that while we're here. And the layered gauze is just it's nice and airy. So it is really good for like a summer piece. Losing a foot. Okay. I feel like you could, I'm like thinking back to my apparel making with my kids. If you wanted to line this, I don't think it would be that difficult to, um, line it with the same fabric. And I don't think it would take away from the look because I know sometimes people don't like the underside of fabric to be white. Um, but I felt like since there's the white dots to the caps, I'll probably be wearing it with something white or off-white anyways, so, or at least with some white in it. Okay, all right, let's top stitch those. So the top ones, I want to stitch those towards the back. I was watching some ice dye videos today. I have a bunch of things that I want to make that I want to do specific, like specific designs. So let's see, how am I doing this way? I was watching some tutorials to remind myself because it's been so long. Like crazy, you don't do something for what, 5, 6 months. I'm like, I don't remember how to do this. But it's all coming back to me. I'm excited. I really want the weather to get warmer. But since I'm going on vacation in a week and a half, it's okay. As long as it's warm when I get home. Then there's no fooling around. This is a really good beginner apparel piece. All I'm gonna have to do now is the trim and the pockets. Okay, so you can kind of get the gist of it. Okay, it's just a little cover-up vest. Cute. It's gonna have nice big pockets on the sides, and now we're gonna do the trim. So on, how do we do the sleeves? I think the sleeves we were just turning in. I think because the main trim goes armhole. Oh, maybe not. Hold on 1 second. Maybe the trims are just for the armhole. And then the rest we're just turning in. Do I have another facing? What is this? Pretty sure that's the neck facing. Armhole. Did I need to cut? I didn't see neck facing. I cut all the pieces out. Hold on one moment, please. Oh, well now, where do I have that fabric? I might have to run down and get that. I see now, reading the pattern, I have to do the neck hole, I have to cut it on a diagonal. Here, let me show you guys the pattern. So it doesn't say it on here, does it? No, this just says armhole. But okay, so you see this line here? I thought that, just the green line, but it says to unfold and cut neck facing. So am I using the same piece? I think so. I think this has to go on the fold and then you cut this size and you have this whole piece like this. I'm going to go down and grab the rest of the leftover fabric that I have because I'm pretty sure I have enough. I'll be right back. All right, let's see here. I have a decent amount of it left. Do I have anything on a fold? Yes. Okay. I'm just gonna pull out the ironing board. Let's see. It looks like there is no pattern piece. Neck facing. There's no pattern piece. It's two, okay, which would be, okay. All right. Let's see. if I have enough, oh yeah, on the fold. So, two, where did I put my marking pen? Ah, there it is. So we have to, how is that possible? Okay, so 2 by, let's, so that'll be 24. Right, 24. 2.5 right here. And then we're going to do 2. Hopefully I have enough. I'm gonna cut a little extra because this is the binding around the neck area. All right, I could use binding and dyed, I guess, but I don't have any red left. Hey, Matt. Oh, Matt got up. Okay. Oh goodness, that's hard shift. My husband's second shift, so he's done that our whole marriage. He prefers. I feel like though, as we get older, it's because he always liked like getting up and doing other things and not like having some of his day, right? But I feel like as we've gotten older, it's harder. That's why I should own stock in Mountain Dew. He's not a coffee guy. Okay, so there's the neck facing. So it's a good thing I still had a decent amount of that left. I feel like what I want to make with this little leftover stuff, has anybody seen, they're like little petal hats? I feel like I want to make one of my little niece's little petal hats. I think there would be enough here for one. Even little bonnets. Oh, little bonnets would be cute. You could definitely use this fabric for like applique though as well, if you wanted to. All right, so we're done with that. Probably should leave this out because I think it's gonna need a good pressing. All right, so now we'll do the sleeves. And we're gonna look at how those need to be done. So I'm going seam allowance. I guess it's to 3/8. Okay, so that's that one. We have these here. So we're just gonna serge them. Oh wow. You can see how good my cutting job was. What day was that when I cut this out? There was a whole bunch of stuff that came in that was on my table downstairs. I didn't have a lot of space. I should have took the time to clean it off. It'll be fine. Okay. Now, I did talk to my sewing machine place and ask them about if I wanted to upgrade my machine. Did they do like trade-in situations? So I need to do a little bit of research on the other Bernita machines. Okay, so how is it having me? I don't really want an embroidery machine, I'll be really honest. But I would like to have one that has the bigger arm area for quilting. Okay, fold over in half. Oh, that's it. So it's not binding it, it's just adding that along the armhole and then pressing it and top stitching. Okay. Like I said, this pattern is super easy. Quick pull together. I do think I had 2 yards of fabric though. I'm looking for my spray. I don't want to go in. Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay, come on. There we go. One of my Girl Scouts is having a baby. She's my pharmacist. I always say I get my drugs from my Girl Scout. Uh, but she's having a baby, and I was there to pick up my prescriptions the other day, and she was telling me that they're getting the nursery ready, and they're doing a space nursery. Oh, I need to make her something. Okay. So now we're just going to add this to the outside. Put these in place. Oh, I should have maybe done it the other way. Yeah. I think I'm going to put some type of woven label or something on the pocket, I think. So it kind of has like a little cuff sleeve. To maneuver it a little bit. There we go. Okay, let's do that one. just going to turn that in, top stitch it. A little off on my seam underneath, but not by much. And then after I do this, I'll give it a good press. This would make pretty blouse fabric. I wish I would have got more layered gauze to do some shirts, like for summer. I could always still order it, but okay. Cute. So there's the one sleeve. All right. So the other side. In the center here. I'll kind of gauge that. Let's move it. Well, now. Oh my gosh, these boys. They're lawnmowers. There's a lot of excess there. Let's see, what can we do? Oh, There you go. Now we're good. Okay. All right. Where's my form hole? There it is. Okay. Turned out. I don't have any bunching, do I? No, not really. Okay. All right. Now we're gonna stitch this, top stitch this. This one I actually have centered, right? Now we have the sleeves done. That's cute. Hey, Tanya, how are you doing? I am making the So Liberated Forager vest. Cute. Has like cute little like armhole areas. Now I just have to do the trim around the neck and the pocket. So this is where I'm a little nervous about this. Like, how does this work? Because it said that's how it said to cut that. Let's see. Because that won't work as far as like, or do I just cut that? I guess I probably cut that there at the 2-inch thing. I don't know. It doesn't say. Pull the neck facing in half along length, wrong sides together, matching. Oh, but it was on the fold. So what are you telling me? Am I? I think I know what I would need to do. The pattern, as easy as this, like simplistic as it looks, it's not, because pretty sure what it's asking me to do is just make one long situation, right? Yeah. And then going around the whole thing. Yep. Okay. Right? No, because that's going to do the same thing, Jenna. Shoot. Boogers. Good thing I made it longer than what I needed it to be. Okay. This is going to go like this. And then, yeah, I think so. You can tell that I don't make binding very often. How much is this is gonna, am I gonna lose too much? Well, it wasn't even long enough to start off with. We're gonna just piece this together, you guys. That, or I do have this red piping. It's not really the right red though. The piping might be cool to just put along the outside. If it was a more burgundy red, but we're gonna just make, yeah. Okay. Okay, where did I put? There, there. Okay, we're just going to piece this stuff together. There's one. There's two. Part of sewing is improvising. I don't care that it's not diagonal for this. It's cut on a diagonal, so that's all that matters. Oh, my apparel sewing teacher might say otherwise, but Jordan's not here, right? Okay. All right, now we're gonna press this. I feel like this is very witchy cottage in the wood, very practical magic leaning, these mushroom caps for a vest. Okay, let's see where it ends up. In the center, in the back. My lettuce is really coming up nice. Went back and checked on that when I planted the herbs that I bought this weekend today. I have catnip I want to get in the ground for Mr. Gunther and some eucalyptus. And when I put the herbs in today, I forgot all about those plants. I had them setting someplace else. And I was like, oh, I forgot about those. So they'll have to go in tomorrow. I did say something to my kid. I said to her if she wanted to do something tonight to go out and do that. All right, so how are we? Oh, we're just hemming that bottom. So okay. I don't think I have any more clips over here. What's nice about the layered gauze too, from the challis and the drape fabric, is this is supposed to be like a little wrinkly. Like it's supposed to have a little bit of a wrinkle to it. Yeah, yeah. It disperses the bulk, but it's not. This isn't bad at all. So, like I said, everything's cut on the diagonal, so it's still curving the way it's supposed to curve. So I'm not going to stress about it. So I'll share with you guys, so my menopause journey here, that ever since, I swear, so many people said to me when they got a hysterectomy, it was like literally 3 years from the time they got their hysterectomy that the actual like menopause started. And in the fall, it was 3 years, and that is when I can pinpoint. I mean, I was having like perimenopausal stuff, but the fall is when I can pinpoint like actually starting with a lot more symptoms of menopause, um, like panic attacks, not just the nights, sweats, hot flashes, but not sleeping. Um, but the face thing, which I talked about on Instagram about breaking out. So I'm finally like it's still red. I still have like the rosacea stuff, but finally with the um, Rocher, whatever it's called, just the gentle cleanser. So I did that for a week, nothing else. Then I added the Rocher moisturizer. I did that for a week with nothing else. And then I added some hydraulic acid just on my nose area where the breakouts were happening. And I'm just starting. I don't want to even talk about it, but I feel like I know I'm not the only person going through it. Um, I'm hoping that like it is just starting to feel like it's working. So, and I did, in that time frame in the last month, I also started a menopausal like vitamin, and I go to the doctor again the end of June, and I want to ask her if she'll order a metabolic panel for me. But I've been reading the new perimenopause book, and there isn't the new menopause book. I feel like I need to read both. I had a hysterectomy in 2021. So 2021, 2020, no, 2022. 2022. So it was like 4 years, 3, 4 years. I definitely was dealing with like perimenopausal symptoms over the year before. But no fun. I can't be on any hormone therapy because I had blood clots in my lungs, and I don't want that situation. When I was young, I had 5 pulmonary embolisms. From a prescription. No. Now we're gonna trim this off the other end. Okay. Now, top stitch this. I've been using a mushroom tea blend. It's helping me so much. Oh. Yes, I'm taking collagen too now. All the things. I was told to eat soybeans, not the oil, but the actual beans for the hot flashes. I don't have them too bad, so I haven't tried that. I don't get the hot flashes, like, it's really rare, the hot flashes. I say that now, and I'll probably have one tonight. Hot flashes aren't so much, it's like at night I wake up and I'm like hot, like over hot, right? Like not like sweaty, which isn't fun to talk about, but which has never been something like even like my hair, like underneath my hair. Um, so that's happened, it's usually like once or twice a month that happens. Um, and then the itchy ear thing, which I thought people were crazy when I first saw that a couple years ago, and I was like, what? Your ears itch? I've had that now for a while now. Um, Panic attacks. Like I didn't realize I have not had like I didn't really know what a panic attack was, but I've had over the past 9 months probably, I probably have had 4 to 5, like full on panic attacks that nobody else in my family has. Like, I've held it in so much that they don't realize. Like, the first time I didn't even realize that's what was happening. I just thought I couldn't breathe. And I had asthma as a kid, um, which might have been panic attacks as a kid, who knows. Um, yeah, so it's not fun. I'd like to get off of this ride. But here's what I will say. I will go without a uterus every day of the week because I had endometriosis and adenomyosis, and it was not. That was worse. I'll take what I have now and try to figure out, because that was crippling. Like, I'm not in pain with any of this. So, but it's still like when everything like kind of went full blown in the fall, it really did throw me off. Like, I'm sure if you guys were watching my stories and stuff, people could tell, like, I was not well. My cholesterol has never been bad, and I don't eat, like, I eat a lot of salads. I eat a lot of like chicken. I don't eat a lot of red meat. Um, Yogurt, like, which I know, like that's fat, but like I'm not on a really like horrible statin, but when I first went on that, like, I'm so tired, but can't sleep. I've been doing cinnamon supplements for the cholesterol, hoping that the next time I go, she'll be like, "Oh, you don't need to be on this anymore." But my dad had um, a triple bypass. Now, he was much older, but definitely the heart situation is on my dad's side. So my daughter is actually the one. That's one nice thing of living with a biologist. Um, when I was talking to her about like my facial situation, she like went in and read all the bottles of my stuff, and she was like, "Well, you don't want to use this. You do want to use this. You can only use this on one place of your face." Which, for somebody who never had an issue with breakouts ever, the whole like combination skin thing where you have to do so many different things, like in different, like, this can't go here, this can only go here, this can go, that's a whole ordeal. All right, so there's that. Just not fun. They're called night sweats. I am seeing a functional medicine doctor, and that's who told me about soybeans. Tanya, a functional medicine doctor. I'll have to ask my doctor about that. Um, Estrogen, it's a supplement you can buy at Target. I don't know. I'll ask. The hormone panel, yeah. I think, she'll probably, if I ask her to do the metabolic panel, she'll probably also do the hormone panel. I was watching, like, there's been a lot of, like, I've seen a lot of, like, red things, and I have a girlfriend who, I think I'm gonna serge this end and then just fold it up and stitch it. Um, she writes for, like, she's, what do you want to call her? She's a doctor, but she's a medical journal writer. Um, she went to school originally, like she has a mortuary science degree, and then she has her doctor like on like drug development. So she sits on panels for different drugs. And she's actually been sitting on panels overseas for GPL1 for a pretty long time, like probably close, if not 10 years, maybe a little bit more. And she said overseas, like in Europe, they've been giving GPL1s to people with endometriosis, in menopause for quite some time, and they've seen like a lot of good things. Now, I'm one of these people because of the blood clot that I had, is like, I don't want to be guinea pigged. Like, I want to know that the science is actually there. I don't want it just to be like the popular drug is the thing that they give me. So she did say though, I mean, I do trust my friend because she's not like trying to sell the drug. You know, that's not her job. Her job is just to review all the research and then write about it. But we'll see. I really do like my doctor. It's just like, you know, she's just your like typical family doctor. So when I was like telling her all that was going on, she was like, well, all this is normal. I was like, I know it's normal, but can we make it that I don't deal with all of it? And just because it's normal doesn't mean that we can't do something about it, right? So I want to kind of tuck that in there. We're supposed to get some more storms tonight, I think. I'm not opposed to the rain. This is like if it rained every night and cooled off every night, I would be fine with that. I just want it to be, well, I'm not fine with it cooling off all the way. Like 71, can't go below 70. We did some more of the workshop tickets sold today. So I think we're down to like 15 seats for the ISI workshop. Now that I'm prepping all the fabric for that, I'm like stoked. I'm so excited to send people kits. It'll be so fun to just see like the difference. Everybody's, you know, because everybody's getting the same thing, but everybody's will be different. That's what I love about it. Okay. Hey, getting there. All right, we got to get the pockets put on. Before I do the pocket, though, I have to see, like, do I want to put a tag on a pocket? Let's see how this looks. Cute. It's cute. It lays really nice. So so this fabric goes with this. So I have the So Liberated studio tunic that I want to make out of this. Although I know I have enough of this fabric to make the all day culottes. And part of me, like as much as I also want to make the studio tunic, part of me is like, oh, wouldn't the all day culottes be so cute with this? And then have this over top, and then like an applique mushroom shirt. That's more my jive. So that it might not, the studio tunic though was so cute. Like an overdress that you could wear an overdress with jeans even. So I have that. And then you can wear the studio tunic over, like I said, jeans or a dress. And that's why I got this like cementy color in the Eco Knit, because I thought I could make the Stacia dress have the studio tunic like layered look for fall. And then I got the same fabric all in Kona, 1 yard of each, to do a witchy hat, which I thought would be super fun. So maybe what we'll do is this will all be like a fall, like early, well, late summer. We'll make the Stacia dress and the tunic or the culottes. Um, so that's that. All right, so now to make our pockets. This was quick to pull together and it's cute. All right, so let's see how our pockets go on. All right, so we're just I'm in the pockets. Okay. So the way the pockets work is this top piece here. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to serge all the way around it. I'm going to fold. No, just going to serge this so I can iron that to fold it under, because that's how like it folds over. And then I'll serge the 3 edges so that it's easy for me to iron and fold over real nice. Let's do that. Oh. Okay, there's that one. we go. Okay. So now I guess I could just do this next one. Serging the ends of this really does help with like ironing it over, just because it is so like kind of flimsy, you know. Now I'm gonna stitch this across so that that's flat. Now here's where I kind of want, I have to look at how, because they're like slanted, see? So I have to kind of see, so the longer, the straight part goes to the front. So I was thinking maybe I could put a tag like down here in the corner area. So I think I have. Also, something I did share over in the group. If there's any of our older cork tags that we used to get from Jade and Chris, I'd love to know which ones you'd want us to bring back. Like we have all our newer ones, but we used to put cork tags in dynamic fabric kits. So if there's, maybe there's no. If there's any of the ones from the old dynamic fabric kits that you would want me to get redone, think we're, like this one, I don't think I have this one in there anymore. The little mushroom make magic one. That's a very bright red popper though. Ooh, let's see what else we got. Grow your mind. What else we got here? Oh, here. These are one of Jade's. I'm going to do that one with the little squirrely and the mushroom. Cute. Okay. But let me know over in the group if there are any of the older tags that we have that you want me to bring back. I think we're going to stick that guy like right there. It's always so much harder for me to do tags on my domestic machine. I feel like I've never sewn a tag in my life. Yep. Okay. All right, now we're gonna iron those down. And in. And pin them on, and then we're done with the vest. So cute. One, iron the other one. Okay. Also, my hair. Oh my gosh. I thought my hair fell out a lot before. Because my husband always used to be like, gosh, how do you have any hair? Can you just give me some of it? And my hair just like clumps. Like I can just like pull out clumps. All right. So what's this side? That. Mm-hmm. Oh, like that. There we go. I'm gonna pin this. Okay, so there's that one. So I can get the where it is on both sides. It's gonna be really cute to wear. I'm glad I had this cut out to make. I almost didn't do any of the So Liberated patterns. There's another pair of So Liberated pants I would really like to make that they just came out with. I want to, before their sale ends, I want to forget what the name of them are, but they're kind of like barrel leg pants. They're really cute. And I think they'd be really cute with like some denim. So give a pair of their pants a try. The other thing that So Liberated has is they do have classes, like for apparel. I made the 11Z's backpack from them first. Okay. All right, we're all pinned on. Now we can just top stitch it and we're done. And my little birdie. What is that about? Okay, one pocket done. Now the other. Popping pins. Okay. Last little bit. It's all done. Let me put the ironing board away and I'll try it on. Sorry for the squeakers. All right. Let's see how it looks. This one here, this camera might be able to get a better, like, long view. Yeah, cute. It's a butt coverer too. That's always nice. Yeah, I like it, and I like it with the layered gauze. I feel like if it was anything like more structured than that, it wouldn't like have the same feel to it, you know, like same look to it. But I like it. It's a nice little fun cover up. Voila. All right. So next up, we're gonna do here. Let me. I think I can hang this just like so. Next up, we're gonna do a foundation paper piece. Maybe we'll just do the foundation paper piece tonight, and then tomorrow we'll like actually applique it. Let me just get these pattern pieces for this out of here, so I'm not confusing them. Okay, because I think this will be really fast, because there's only, I say that now, there's only 2 pieces. All right, grab all my fabrics. I have, I'll put the link to these shirts in the comments, I mean in the details then too. But these are shirts that I just got off of Amazon. They're like really cool, like distressed looking. So the pride flag that I'm making, I'm going to put reverse applique onto this and then use my couching foot to write underneath. So let's get started with that. And I think, trying to think what, because I'm using all different colored thread, a different colored fabric. If I should use a neutral, if I should use a white or a gray or something. Do you think that would be better if I use like a gray? We need some lighting. Not that that light helps much. But it's something. I think I'm going to change the thread. Boop, 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 boop. We'll see how long this takes us, how I feel. If my brain feels like it can function to do the applique, because I don't want to mess up the shirt. All right, what color bobbins do we got here? But maybe I don't need to make one. Well, we're going to use black. White on top, black on the bottom. Because I don't have another bobbin. It'll be fine. Hi, Bubbers. Apollo just came over. You guys want to say hi to Apollo? You saying hi? Hmm? You guys see him? Yeah, there he is. What are you doing, buddy? Hmm? I'm just coming to tell you I'm here. That you didn't forget about me. Okay. All right. So the A1 is red. These are all of my dyed fabrics that I pulled. So, whoa, let's get some red. So, where my pride story comes in is my dad is gay. And I didn't live with my parents. I was raised by my grandparents. I was born in the early 80s, so definitely in small town rural Pennsylvania. That was not something you talked about. And when my dad came back to the town, he opened a bar. And everybody said it was a gay bar. You know, I didn't know what that meant as a kid. And I was bullied all the time before I even understood what it meant. Like from third, fourth grade on, because kids are cruel because parents are cruel. And I was touched inappropriately because, you know, also the kids in my class didn't understand what it meant. So they would say that I must be gay too. And at that point, when I was little, elementary school, my grandmother, also my dad's mom, she didn't talk about it. She didn't, like, I didn't know. I was defending my dad the whole time, saying he wasn't gay, because I also didn't understand what gay meant. And then in sixth grade, I think it was around sixth grade, my dad was over visiting with me because he would come over. Both my parents would come like once a week to visit with me. And my dad was visiting and he said about going to a gay dog show. And at that point, I had probably been bullied. It was about 2 years, 3 years, where I had like fervently defended my dad, saying that that wasn't true, even though, like, again, like, I didn't understand what it meant. I just knew that kids were making fun of me for it. I mean, by sixth grade, I understood a little bit, right? But I can remember, like, just kind of feeling like, well, confused, like I didn't understand. Like, I loved my dad, so, it didn't matter. But it just felt like the whole time my grandmother had very much been like it's not true and don't believe them. You know, even to the point where I would tell her that I was, you know, being bullied. Um, and so, you know, my dad eventually talked to me about it, but not then. Like, it wasn't like at that moment he talked to me about it. Um, so it did kind of like, I would say, like hurt that he didn't tell me, but I also understand now as an adult, like, and especially back then, it just wasn't something people talked about. And then, I mean, once I knew, then it was all also almost like a relief because I like felt like I could defend my dad more almost. I don't know if that makes sense. But the bullying didn't stop. As I got into high school, like middle school, high school, it then became like kids would threaten violence against my dad, or me, more inappropriateness as far as like touching me, you know. Um, at one point, a teacher like walked me in front of like I had yelled at a kid who was calling me gay and like saying things about my dad, and I had finally just had enough of it in middle school lunch, and I had like cursed and yelled back at the kid, and the teacher made me stand at the lunchroom wall in front of that kid and then walked away, and he proceeded to touch me places he shouldn't have been touching me. Um, and so I just think it's really important as we go into this year of Pride, with everything going on in the world, that people know the safe places. And so that's why I really felt like, yes, it's the 250th anniversary of America, and that is something to celebrate. But I also think one of the things that I was so happy for my kids was that they grew up, for the most part, in a place where that type of hate was not okay. Um, in high school, there was a couple kids who actually went to my dad's house and did threaten his life. Um, it's just not a good thing. So uh, that's why I decided I wanted to do a pride flag reverse applique instead of an American flag reverse applique. But we'll do an Americana reverse applique with some sass next month. Okay, black. Oh, dang it. Okay, yeah, that's gonna be fine. brown. That was the one that I kind of didn't really have, but I have this here. I feel like that's browny enough. I was glad I could find a foundation paper piece for this because I was like, I'm sure there's quilt blocks, but I don't know if I'm good enough to do quilt block. Okay, the blue, that's the light blue. I don't really have light blue, so I'm going to use some of the Cyanotype or Cyanotype. There's like some light blue in that. Now pink. And I have a really good relationship with my dad now. I mean, when I was in high school, when when kids were like threatening his life, like going to his house, um, at least in high school, I was like, I knew, even though we live in a small town, I knew that if adults weren't doing something, that there were adults that would do something. And I actually had to, like, threaten to call, like, the media because certain adults wanted to protect the kids who were saying the things. And showing up at my dad's house. And then coming to school and telling me what they were going to do. Okay, there's the one part. All right, now green. I want to try to get like, this has like blues in it, so I want to try to get a pretty decent amount of actual green. Okay, there's green, and then regular blue. All right, this is the way it has to go. There we go. I think it's really important that adults also like realize like how important it is to be willing to be the adult and do what's right. Because I mean, back then there was definitely a lot of adults who would just not doing what they should be doing to make sure kids are okay. Okay, this is my only purple. So let's see. I think if I cut, in. The other way. Okay. All right, black. I need another piece. There we go. all brown. This is going to be pretty with all the variations in the dyes. I know what's going to happen. My dad's going to see this shirt and be like, you should make some of these for my shop. And then I'll say, with what time? I grabbed my other colors that fell here. Yeah, my dad lived, like, after that whole experience, then he moved out of this town and moved to Hershey for a while, which is where he lives now. But then he lived in Maine, and then that's where I lived right after college. I lived with him. Pink, 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 pink. So that's where my girlfriend, my best friend and I were going up to where I live in Maine with my dad on our trip. I'm hoping to visit a few of my dad's friends if I can that are still up there. My dad was, when I told him where I was going, he was like, why aren't you taking me? And I was like, it's a girls' trip. No dads allowed. Okay, let's see. Okay, last one. And then we can trim it and piece it together. I'm excited to see it together. I hope all my lines line up. Okay, let's trim it down. So here's the one side, here's the other side. We're going to trim it up. And like I said, this has a bunch, this pattern is from Invisible Stitch. I do have the link in the details, but there's a couple different orientations of it. And then there's also a couple different sizes. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I know. I should make one for my dad for Father's Day, though. He would like that. I'll have to get. I do have one more shirt that's like a beige color. I wonder if it's. I don't think it's his size, though. I'll have to ask him. Yeah, this would be a good Father's Day gift for my dad. When? Okay. All right. So there's the two pieces. Now we're going to put these together very carefully. So hopefully everything matches, please. Okay. And we're just going to stitch straight down through. Please match. Okay. Oh, so cool. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I have to make one of these for my dad. Right. Now, I just learned this the other day from watching, who was I watching? Was it Christy at Quiet Play? She said to pull the seam paper out before you press, and that helps everything lay flatter. So that's what I'm going to do. I mean, this is like definitely not a complex FPP, but Okay. Oh my gosh, you guys. It turned out so good. I love it. All right. Let's take the papers out. Now, what I'm wondering, I'm not going to put a frame around this. I'm reverse appliquing it. How should I do this? Should I just do the frame of it, or should I do the frame and then stitch in the ditch and then clip? No, no. I think, let me think a second. I have to quilt it first. That's what I gotta do. Okay. That's what needs to happen. So what else do I need to do here? Because I'm not just gonna put this right on. I'm gonna put a quilt back. Just some, and that way I can stitch in the ditch and it'll look, yes, yes. So this is really simple for Pride. To do a foundation paper piece with your dyed fabric. And if you got that rainbow, you probably have all the colors you need. I just used a lot of mine, so except for maybe your brown and your light blue. But there was pink in that. And your white. There's no white in it. Okay. Let's spray it. What color thread should I use? The white thread to quilt it. I mean, I think that you'll see that, but my shirt is black, or so should I use black? Maybe I should use black to stitch in the ditch. Right, there's, look how cool it is in the dyed fabric. I love it. Okay. So, let's get some quilt backing. I have some scraps here. I'll see if I have something. Yeah, I do. Awesome. Just putting some spray adhesive down. And now I can trim it all up. Okay, so now I have the quilt backing on the back. Doesn't it look good? Yeah, I'm going to use black. I agree. I feel like since my shirt is black, it'll make it pop. That's black. Gotta put it in the light. Okay. This lets me see better. So I'm just going to start there. Yeah. Change my stitch length. Don't you do that. Lovely. Push some of the batting down. This is why she needs to be serviced. Let's see. I don't think I'm going to get very many sews out of her until she goes to the spa. Okay. Let's try this again. Ah! Don't you mess up. Look at the mess you're making. Gertie. Oh, no, this is Jasmine. Can't even get your name wrong. Being a pain. All right, where's my stiletto is under all of the Dutch fabric. There it is. My ripper. There we go. I think maybe if I feel like the batting gets caught. It shouldn't be, right? Let's take this off. And let's look at what we got here. Put a little bit of oil in there. Hopefully that'll help. I might need a little bit of lubricating. She doesn't like the batting. Or maybe not. It's just this thread. What is going on? I'm going to get something and practice quick. Till I have my one corner all messed up, and then I'll be angry. It's already making me angry. Okay. You're kidding me. Okay. All right, lady. Why is my needle not staying down now? Oh, I know why. I don't have it set on that. Yeah, black will look good. All right. Maybe I should have put just a piece of fabric on the back here. Do you think I should do that? Just put like a solid piece. Because that way this fuzzy isn't like on me either, right? What color do I want to do? Let's do this one. I'm just going to go all the way around the edges of it quick. All right. Now, it's one of the reasons that I'm on a school board. I just think it's so important that there are people there who listen to the kids. Okay, now this will start there. After doing that jackalope foundation paper piece, this is easy peasy. Okay, turned out really, really cool. Really happy with it. Oh, I have serger thread stuck to the back here. mute this because my phone went out. So now you can probably hear me. Thanks, Nicole. All right, let's see. I think I'm going to come down 3 inches. And find the center on this. Pins. And pin it. Place. Okay. Now we're gonna lay it flat. I think this is gonna look really cool. I'm excited because then I can, I'm excited about the couching foot. Patience. I'll probably wait to do the couching foot till tomorrow. We'll do this part and do the reveal of what it looks like. We'll clip it. But I want to I kind of want to make like a rainbow border with yarn with the couching foot all the way around. I'm going to change my foot for this. I'll put my regular foot on. And this here, I think. Okay. So now I feel like if you start from the base, it's probably a good thing to start from the base. Make sure everything stays straight. This always makes me nervous. A little pucker there. Should I put a Thunderbird handcrafted woven label right there? I don't know if I want a label in it. Okay, let me turn it and see what it looks like. I have that one little pucker there. I wonder if I can fix it. Yeah, there's one little pucker. Let's see if I can. Oh my goodness, black on black. That's not the best combination for the Nana eyes. There we go. All right. Let's see if we can fix that. Because other than that, it's perfect. There's that there. Looks good. Okay. Do you think, no, I could probably put a trim, like part of me is like, do I do a double stitch all the way around just to like hold some of it down? I think maybe I should do another stitch right along that one stitch. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. Like just go in like another 1/4 inch. Not even a 1/4 inch, like 1/8 of an inch. Yeah, like there. Okay. Okay. Now I think. Yeah, that kind of framed it a little bit better. Like that. Okay. Oh, now we can clip it. Oh my gosh, it's so cool. Yeah, I gotta make one of these for my dad. Left a little too much up top here. Okay. You guys ready? See the reveal? How stinking cool. I'm gonna iron it quick. It looks like there's a pucker there, but it's not. It's just a wrinkle on the top there. Very, very cool. I love it. Like I said, I think I want to do like Love is Love with my couching foot with yarn on the top and on the bottom, like in rainbow colors. Maybe I can find a different saying that it likes. I don't know. But it's awesome. There we go. There it is. So tonight we did the reverse applique pride flag shirt with FPP. And then we also did the So Liberated Forager vest in the layered gauze. These would actually go really well together. I just need to make those mushroom pants. All right, everybody. Thanks so much for joining me live tonight, or if you caught this on the replay. Don't forget that we do have a sale going on for kits, 20% off all of our kits. I did share the link earlier, but here's the link again. The 20% off does run through Saturday, and our summer pre-order runs through Sunday. And those fabrics will be delivered, will be shipping out no later than the first week of July. So go and check out all we have to offer. I will not be live tomorrow, but I will be live on Friday and on Saturday. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining me. Have a great evening.